Welcome to the kitchen. See, yes, I'm in the kitchen preparing some lunch. Na? Ika kita na. Gonna cook this.
Nagka?
Well,
Dahil
YouTube. Lukat ko lang. Okay tayo na. Good morning. Happy weekend. Happy weekend, everyone. I'm gonna cook this banana heart or banana blossom again. I found there is one there at the backyard, so I harvested. Yeah, happy weekend, Sir Rick. I did not manage to go to the field because I was waiting for my son to arrive because my nephew escaped. He ran away. He didn't want to come and help me in the field, so I have to wait for my son to arrive. I cannot do the job by myself, so I have to wait for him to arrive. So maybe we will gonna go this afternoon. Yeah, he ran away once he wake up. I tried to wake him up early morning because he is sleeping in the greenhouse with my youngest son and my sister. I tried to wake him up at 6 o'clock and he wakes up but he ran away back to their house. So yeah, I have to wait to my son. He just arrived, but we are going in the afternoon. We're gonna have lunch first and then go. How's your treatment and how's your grandma? You said you're going to visit your grandma after your treatment. Yeah, he only show up here when he eat. But I don't know. Like I said, sometimes I get tired of helping people, even family. Even though they are my family, I get tired of helping. I was supporting him financial to go to school because his parents are being irresponsible, but sometimes they are just like their parents. You felt a little bit weak after that. Is it normal to feel that? I went and visit my grandma for a couple hours after my treatment. Yeah, how is she doing? Is she okay? Okay. Uh, I told you yesterday I'm gaining subscriber by doing that clickbait screencast, right? Yeah, I gained 18 subscriber last night again. So if I keep doing that within 1 week, maybe I will be able to complete a 4K subscriber this coming week. I mean, I don't know why people like it. Oh, she might be, you know. Is she not? Is she not at home? Is she in home for the old people? Is she in the hospital or somewhere? I can understand how she feel if she all she want is to go home. Maybe fulfill her wishes to be home. Maybe she can finally rest up. Yeah, I feel great seeing it that I'm gaining subscriber while doing that, but sometimes I don't understand why people support shitty stuff like that instead of supporting like this streaming or adventure videos. She is at the hospital and then uncle will take her to an old folks home tomorrow. Yeah, maybe just fulfill her wishes to be home. Maybe it's something make her happy because that's all she keep on asking. That's all she want is to be home. Maybe she knows that she is not home. That's why. Don't you think? Maybe she misses the feelings being at home. Well, at least you have your 2 days break from treatment, so Rick, to get feel better before your treatment on Monday. Right now she doesn't understand that my uncles will not allow her to go home. Why is not? If she is very old and some old people, they just wanted to fulfill their wishes and after a few days they're gone. That's a good thing you have the days off. Hi Elmer, good morning Elmer. Kumusta Elmer? Thank you for talking with me about my phone. Well, you mentioned it yesterday, so yeah, I have it in mind. And like I said, my old folks around here, all we do for them if we know that they are getting closer to the end, what we do, we just fulfill their wishes because that might help to, to have them rest in peace. You never know, you just never know. Maybe that's the only thing that they are waiting for, to fulfill their wishes. You don't wish them to die already, but fulfilling their wishes before they gone, that would be a big thing, don't you think? So what I do, I will gonna boil it first this time and then cut it. Wala sa luyutan, nanya may mat. Luyutan tansan. Ha?
May mulat ta.
Nagyangan nga talalaki na nga takaya na. So many things she can't remember. So she have Alzheimer. When I walked in her room, she knew me instantly and had a big smile that made me happy. That's good that she still remember you. That's a good thing. That's the good thing, Sir Ricky instantly recognize you. Some old people, they ask you, who are you? Who are you? I don't know you. There are many old folks are like that. They can't recognize their family, which is very bad and sad. I have a grandparent. My grandfather's sister still alive. I think I still have her picture in my phone. I needed her signature when I tried to transfer the title of my properties to my name, because the land that where my house now and the farm, the mother title of all this farm is, the land is under my grandfather's name, and I needed his siblings signature, and she is the only siblings he got left alive. So I had to go and see her to get her sign. She still remember me, but she cannot hear very well. I have to keep yelling because she cannot hear. She is 99-year-old and her eyes are still sharp. She still recognize me. Yeah, I'm afraid I will get to that stage, Sir Rick, because I have the problem in myself remembering things. I always forget things. I have to take note every single thing, like how much I already. The good thing in the bank now, we have the bank details that we can track our saving. Otherwise, I don't know how much I have. I will not be able to remember. Sometimes, especially business I have, I thought they already paid, but they have not paid yet. So whenever they pay, I have to make a note everywhere in the list, because otherwise I'll just forget it. My grandma can't hear very good either. Yeah, that old lady, my grandfather sister, she cannot hear very well now. You have to yell at her, screaming. It's like you are fighting with her when you talk to her. When I went to visit her to get her sign, it's very hard. It's very hard to communicate with her because of that. Maybe that will be my sickness if I get old, Alzheimer. forgetting things. I hope it's not gonna be that very bad though. I'm afraid I'm in the middle of somewhere that I forgot where to go home. You see, if I do a stream like this, not much people, but when I do that clickbait, I get more people. Did you notice that? Hi, Ryan. Good morning, Ryan. How are you doing, Ryan? I have to use this plate to do this, to cut this banana blossom because it bleeds, stain. I don't want to get a stain to my chopping board. It's gonna be turned black. How are you, Ryan? Yes, Ryan has been very supportive too, and he's been member to many. I noticed that he's been member to many channels. This is the only bad part of cooking this banana blossom because it bleeds, stain. So I'm preparing my lunch earlier so we can go to the field this afternoon to do what we have to be done there. Yeah, it's already good afternoon. It's already afternoon to Ryan. It's 10:30 Friday night. I've had a long day and getting tired. You should go to bed, Sir Rick. Go to bed. Plus you just had your treatment. Go to bed. Don't get annoyed with this sound I'm doing here. I know it's a bit noisy. Because I need to use this one at least. It doesn't pick up a stain. Oops. Oh no, I need to stay here. Well, as you wish. As you wish, sorry. I just don't want to annoy you with the sound of this marble to my knife. Learn something? How to cook this? Ew, I do simple. Very simple. It's just stain. It's very simple. After cutting this one, I have to boil it. I will cook as dinengding. I put a vegetable that with this slimy thing. Cook, grow rice. You already know how I grow rice. What I do with this one, I will boil it and throw the water and then repeat to cook, repeat to boil with garlic and with fish sauce and that slimy vegetable. We call it dinengding. Ilocano call it dinengding. I'm almost done cutting. This is the last part. I have to remove this one because it's hard. The hard part in between. Actually, after cutting this one, I still have to drive in the mini mart because they need a bottle opener. She broke the bottle opener, so I need to bring a bottle opener there. I just received a message that she said she need a bottle opener. She's using a knife now to pluck it like that, the bottle, the soft drink bottle. It's saluyot. They call it in Ilocano saluyot. Even in Tagalog, they call it saluyot. The slimy leaves. The one I took it yesterday. If you stay there, I can show it to you how it looks like. Saluyot that we normally add to this one. I already showed you the other day when I ran to the garden to get some saluyot to add to my pakbet the other day. I will add that one. Yeah, I need to drive after cutting this one. And I will cook after. It's still early anyway. I totally forgot before I started my stream. Or maybe I will just tell my son to drop it off there. I don't know. Yeah, she broke the bottle opener yesterday. And she messaged me this morning that she need a new one. And I'm glad I have my finisher medal when I was still racing. And I'm going to give her that. I hope she is not going to break it because it's very important for me. Let me show you. I'm going to give her this one. This was my finisher medal when I raced country of origin. This is bottle opener. Just have to do it like that. Yeah, it won't take long. It will be fast. I just have to finish cutting this one and boil it. Because the boys don't know how to do this, even my sister. You won that running. Yes, that is when I won country of origin race. The one I have a paint on my face, a Philippine flag when I ran for the Philippines. So that is something I will gonna give her now for to use it because I don't have another. I have the can opener here with the bottle opener, but I'm using that one in the kitchen. So until I'm able to buy new one, then I let her use that. So I have more few to cut. This is the top part. Were you acknowledged by the Philippines government for winning? Yes, I was. As was when I was in the New York Times. And the TV stations here in the Philippines, they feature it about the story. I was everywhere in the television here in the Philippines that time, but I was not here. They just get me an interview in their station. I mean, they have the reporter came to Hong Kong to get me talk to them. How I managed to do the race in between of my job. Eh, I was famous then, but not anymore. Not anymore, sorry. Since I stopped racing. They were, you know, when I was in the news in, how you call that? In New York Times, all the television station here in the Philippines was talking about it, sharing about the news there, about OFWs manage to do certain thing, not just being a helper, but we can do something incredible, they said. You know, when it's a good stuff like that, people always get interested, otherwise they won't know about you. They just put me into television because I'm in the New York TV, New York News, New York Times. Otherwise, they just don't care. You just keep running, but they just don't care. The only reason they get interested about it is because my story was written in the New York Times News. So, yeah, I don't see it different. I was featured into a China television as well. That's why many Hong Konger resident knows me. Whenever they see me in the MTR, they try to talk to me. That was you. We saw you in the TV, this and that, da da da. But I also have many employers hated me the way I spoke about, about mean employers that they don't allow their helper to go out to do their personal thing, to have a freedom, this and that. I have a hater that time. most of them are the mean employer who don't allow their helper to have a day off. Because I have an interview in Hong Kong Hong Kong television, and they saw it and they listen to what I'm saying, that we helper also human being, that we have a right to have our freedom and day of this and that, and we have a right to have a fair treatment like them, like an employer. We may not be acting like a boss, but we deserve to be treated like equal, because we are also human being. I have spoken many. There are many reporters come and talk to me how I manage to fight my rights to my employer, this and that. Uh, like I said, you always have a negative vibes around you with the positive vibes. But like I said, people only know you when you have a name, otherwise they don't know you. Like I said earlier, this TV station in the Philippines, if they did not see about the news in the New York Times, they will not pour any attention about a Filipina runner joining a race. They don't care. I agree with you, but I can see how Chinese person may not like that. Yeah, they don't like the thing I said about a domestic helper should be treated equal. Because for them, their helper is their slaves, Just I'm not agree about it, and there are many people are agree to what I said. From the beginning, my employer was a bit off to to the rules of, the contract rules. They are off in it, but I said, what's the point of signing the contract if you don't follow, if you are breaking it? The reason why of signing a contract is something to be done and something to be followed. So when I get that argument with my boss, well, wherever we go, I have a right to demand to my rights, because we have a contract. But not all domestic helper are are brave to fight for their rights. They just do what the employer said, because they are how you call that? They are how you call it in English again? I forget. Oh my God, I forget the English. Desperate. We are too desperate to get out of the Philippines and have a dollar, So all they do is just to accept what the employer tell them to do, even though it's out of the contract. Well, that's not me. I have a hard head. I know what I signed for. So if you break that, then we will gonna have a big trouble. They get intimidated by me, yes, that's for sure. Actually, the TV station posted it, right? Normally, when there's something post like that, they post it to their page, and I read some comments about it. There are some employers are very mad at me. But some of them are positive vibes, Some of them, when they see me in the bus, when I was still in Hong Kong, when they see me in the bus, they are tapping my shoulder, and They are amazed how I do. They want me to train there. They want me to influence their helper to go to the mountain instead of hanging to the city and going to the bar, this and that. Some people try to take my number to talk to their maids. Yeah. Well, like I said, there are negative and there are bad things. There are beautiful things happen. That was a fame time. I was laughing by myself sometimes when I remember it. Especially Filipino medias, they travel to Hong Kong just to have a scoop with me, have an interview with me. For them, it's a very big thing to be in the New York Times. I don't know why. If it's not because of the pandemic, I would have done one movie from Step Studio, you know. They already have everything settled about the movie that we will gonna make it, but it has been canceled. They already paid me actually. They paid me and lots of it sponsored who bought me gears, this and that. They send me money to, you know, to support my sport activity, this and that, just to sign the contract to make that movie with them. But because of the pandemic, it was canceled. They already booked the hotels and everything. They settled all the studio to do it. They already spoken to my employer to give me sometimes a day to do the movie, but because of the pandemic, everything canceled. I don't know. It's not a big thing for me, and it's too much work to do it, especially when there are some TV station in Hong Kong that they communicate to my employer because they wanted to have a scoop video, something like that, a short video while I'm doing my training, waking up 3:30 in the morning and doing my training. They wanted to have a video for that one so they can prove it that I'm doing it, that my boss are very supportive while I'm doing that one, that I'm running twice a day, like waking up 3:30 and making sure that I'm back to my work at 6 o'clock to prepare kids to go to school, do the marketing, this and that. It's so much work to do for me, and following by medias, there are some medias behind you taking a picture while you are running. They try to get a better shot. They keep you run in the mountain up and down. It's not easy. Yes, I get paid. I don't deny that. I get paid for it, but I feel like crazy that they have to tell me to run more, go back more and come back, run more and come back until they get the best footage. Actually, that's the reason why I made this YouTube thing. I don't have a YouTube channel before, but they were the one who suggested me to have a YouTube channel. Otherwise, I don't have a YouTube channel. If it's not because of that, being me in the New York Times, I don't have a YouTube. So when I already back home for good, the Step Studio in Utah. That is a Utah company actually, the one who want to make a movie with me. It's a Step Studio. That is the studio that want to make a short movie with me. They are from Utah. I don't know if you know that studio. Step Studio in Utah. You know? Yeah, they were the one who actually convinced me to have a YouTube channel because of that. No, let me just throw this away. I don't know it, but my mom lived in the Utah. Oh, is she? I was about to fly to Utah because of that one. And I got some interviews, some of the sport company in Alberta, Canada, something. I have it posted in my Facebook, some link that interview with them. There are lots of medias that who came to interview me that time, but that was how long is my YouTube now? That is before I have my YouTube. I don't know, I can't remember. But if they pop up to my they if they pop up to my Facebook, I remember. I have a very bad memory. They have all those podcasts and TV station, but most of them is China TV station and Philippine station. I have one in. I have also received. I also had an interview TV station in Italy. One is in Italy, and they make the story in a newspaper in Italy that time. And they had to get permission from me for posting my running pictures in their article. So yeah, I received that one too. They sent me the copy of the newspaper they made. And I also have shared that in my Facebook whenever it shows the date. You know, in Facebook they are reminding what you post in that date. I was sharing them in Facebook that time. That was how many years I'm back here in the Philippines. It's almost 4 years now. And ko naamok nalobat man ni ading mo na. It was before, Sir Rick. It was. Which is, there's a good. Na? Diyan mo kinyayo. It was, but there's a good thing happens. There's a bad thing happens too. I got some enemies. I had enemies. My fellow runners, they get jealous because how come I don't win very often and I got a chance to be featured to everywhere. Have lots of haters that time. That time, yes, I have to admit. But I gained lots of hater that time because of that. I didn't mean to. I mean, I didn't wish it. It just happened that one time I won the race, and by accident, there is a newscaster, there is a reporter in that race. I think he is just went to that area to do a hiking, and by mistake he bumps into a big race where we we I mean the finish line. He bumps into that one after his hike, and he thinks that it's very interesting to get some scoop on that event. So when he was there, I just arrived in the finish line, and he got some interviews, and I didn't know actually that he was a very serious reporter. And after 2 days, he actually took my number, and he said, "I'm very happy to bump into you here in the finish line of this race, this and that." He said he introduced himself as as a media reporter, and that is what they said. He get my number. He said, "I will gonna put this scoop in TV news, this and that, and I will gonna let you know if it's already posted." And I didn't know that he also got some videos of me while I'm arriving in the finish line. So yeah, since then it's expanding. Some people see it, some people are contacting me about having interviews, this and that, until it gets to New York Times. Yeah, I try to ignore, but you can't avoid that being hurt. Some of my friends, it's become my enemies because they are also a good runner who win races very often, and they did not get the chance to be in that platform. Yeah, maybe he is just interesting about the story because once I arrived in the finish line, he asked me what is my job, how I managed to do my training to win the such long distance race, like 150 kilometer. He asked me many questions while I'm still catching my breath because I just arrived in the finish line, and he figured out that I am only, an OFW who is trying my best to do my training in between of my job. So that interests him, I think, and he detailed everything there, and people read it. I mean, they see it, and some people get amazed. That's why they get in touch with me. That's all about it. Anyway, so I have to drive to the mini mart to deliver that canopy. Hi, Big Matt. Good evening to you. Good morning here. That is major dedication. Yeah, for him, he saw that one, I think. And he also very thankful because of him, because of me, he become also a famous writer. His story reached to a New York Times. That is a big shot for him as well. It's not just me; he also get a big shot. It's like a good year for him when he got the scoop about me there. He still have a contact with me though, and he is seeing my post, this and that. But trust me, being famous like that there's a good thing about it. Being in that big news. It's nice feeling, but it's not good when you have an enemies and some of your friends are trying to stay away with you because of the fame, this and that. Especially knowing that I'm getting paid for some of, the races. I can race. After that, after that incident, that happens, I can race for free. I don't have to pay the race anymore. So I have some sponsors. So that's something that, they feel jealous about it. I can tell they are not real friends because they don't feel good of the good thing happens. So You know how much expensive if is to join the race, especially the big race. It's also expensive plus gears, you know. They're not cheap. So I got a lot of sponsors after that. Free gears, free shoes, free everything. Yeah, that's what I know, but I didn't have that friends. They only are friends when they need something. But if if good things happening to you, they just and it doesn't happen to them. For them is I don't know how to explain in English because my English is not that too good, but you know what I mean, I think. Anyway, my stream now is like almost an hour. You can just search my name, the real name I have. You can Google it. It shows there everything. You just have to search JB Pagarigan in Google. It shows everything. Not just one, but there are lots of them. They're all the story, and it's a crab mentality. Yes, that's exactly the words that I can use for it. But I'm glad I'm away to that community now, like running community, racing. I'm done. I'm old. I'm too old to race now. I only run every day, but I don't race anymore. I'm done racing. I'm in the category of, the category of senior. Iti, good morning. You missed the storytelling. How you doing, Iti? You missed the story. I am retired, yes. I'm done racing. I'm old. You had the 2 hours? No, I won't stay long because I need to deliver that bottle opener to the mini mart. She need the bottle opener. Well, congratulations for the 2 hours stream. So yeah, bye bye for now, guys. Thank you so much for your time. I will gonna end now. I'll see you tonight in my sleeping stream. Bye bye everyone. Happy weekend. Bye, E.T.